Double-digit thousands back.
Alright, you guys, I'm tired. Kind of a sad day for the Del Sol. Let me show you what I got going on here. So, I was pulling it apart just for some basic maintenance. I decided, I was gonna do the sail panels because it's a common problem with Del Sols. The plastic where they're mounted will get real bitter and it'll shrink and it'll leak through there and cause some issues in the trunk. Well, turns out it was a bit more severe than that. So first impressions, I pulled all the insides out. You could see that in my last video. So there's I don't know if you can see the light coming through. The plug missing there. I saw that down there, which was a plug missing there. No wonder water was coming in. So on top of that, I don't know if you can see the light coming in through there. I'll show you some better pictures later, but I found about an 8-inch rust hole on this side. I found about, same size over here, but not as bad. But I'm not quite done sanding that one, so we'll see how it shows up. The other one, I've got all the sanding finished up on it. Let me come around the other side and show you a little bit of why this happened. It's not Michigan's weather, surprisingly, which I thought it was. Not the previous owner, but the original owner. I don't know if it had something to do with the undercoating, but there's one right there. There's one. They had consecutively drilled some holes down the fenders, and they're a lot larger now, and they rusted out, of course, caused water to get into the trunk. Let me show you. Let's go around the other side here. This is the absolute worst of it. So, right in here. There you go. That's about the length of it. In there. And then over here, where the, come on, focus, rear bumper was. This is rusting out. That's where it was mounted. That, though, is typical because I showed you in my introduction video, there was a big bash in the bumper, so that's typical. That you'd expect, but this, there's obviously a hole you can see right there. And it all just caused this catastrophe. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about it yet. I think I'm going to put some mesh and some filler in there, but I'll keep taking pictures and keep you posted as I go. Down here, here's a good look at the accident that occurred. So yeah, somebody hit it with a company vehicle, and right over here, it's just pancaked, flattened, and the whole outer edges of the back of the car are just completely warped out of place. This side's okay, but that side really needs some work, and unfortunately I'm gonna have to shell it out and have a shop do that, maybe even replace that upper piece. The paint I can do myself and everything, that's not a big deal, but yeah, it's a real shame. I wish I would have caught it earlier. But yeah, it really is unfortunate, but I guess that's about it. So I'll keep you guys posted. I'll keep you guys posted as I go, and hopefully we can get this semi-wet squared up. Peace out. Alright, you guys, so good news. I think I've got the passenger side about wrapped up, sanding ready to go. I got bare metal all the way around. There's the other one. Here's the big area right back here. Let me show you a good look at the other end of it. Here's what it looks like from the inside. And my gosh, is it hard to reach. So, yeah, minus a wash, I guess the passenger side is ready to go. And I've got a pretty good method going down here. I just sort of hit it with some 80 grit sandpaper by hand and get all the gunk and junk and stuff out of there. And then hit it with the wire brush and the Dremel, get all that fresh bare metal exposed. And yeah, done an itty bitty bit of work on the passenger side. I mean the driver's side, but yeah, that's about the bare metal right there. And then this is the other side here that I haven't done yet. It's actually opened up pretty bad as I've touched it. It just kind of crumbles away, so I think this is going to end up being just about as bad as the other side. And over there, it's actually doing pretty good where it's mounted. I think I'm just going to sand it down and put some filler in there anyways to keep it structurally sound. But yeah, I'm going to get sanded now and give you guys an update when I'm done. Alright guys, so a few hours later, it's all by hand, pretty much prepped and ready to go. As you can see in there, I'm going to have to get on the other end. I'll show you that later in a minute here. Anyways, basically I just have to clean it up and blow all that excess out of there, and it's good to go. So yeah, I'm kind of excited on that one. The other end, I'll show you it. I'm not quite sure if I showed you it yet. But it's pretty rusty. It's pretty bad. So, yeah. All that's left to do on sanding, actually. See, it's all bubbled up there and stuff. You can see the filler in that other hole. Got to get some more in there, too. But, yeah, I guess all that's left to do is sand that side. Give everything a really good, thorough clean. Get everything ready to go. And then get filling, pretty much. Alright everybody, looks like that other side there, I've got it just about as good as it's gonna get. Unfortunately, I don't really have much of the tooling. I'm doing this all by hand, but yeah, an hour or so later, that's the end result. Some of those corners were really hard to reach, so rather than killing my fingers, I just sort of taped some sandpaper onto a screwdriver. That's, you know, sometimes you gotta make do with what you got. But yeah, the other end's done there. Looks like it's ready to start cleaning up. Same with the other end. And I think I might go ahead. This trunk is just absolutely filthy. So I'm going to clean that out. These plugs, I just stuck some silicone in there for the time being to keep them in place. This one, I used a bushing and filled it with silicone. I'm probably going to just fill them with Honda Bond later and figure out some sort of better method, but yeah, that's about it for this update. Alright everyone, I am actually so pumped for this. I got the trunk fairly cleaned out. I'm gonna clean it with some soap and water, and then all that's really left to do is give all this a pressure wash. The car also needs a wash. It's been pretty dusty, but what I've decided to do, if I were to put any fiberglass or Bondo filler in there, and in there, from Kyle's luck, and only my luck, I bet when I take it to the shop here to get this fixed, they're going to be banging and clashing and pulling out a lot probably. So in that case, it might crack and shatter and break, and then all my work would be for nothing and I'd have to reseal it again. So I'm just going to leave it as is, sand it off, ready to go. Yeah, give this back a wash, get the wheels back on it, back the car out, give it a power wash, give this hint power wash, and then wait for my new bumper to come in, and I'll keep you posted as we go. Okay, you guys, as you can see, I've got it all spiffed up and washed out and ready to go for the shop pretty much. There's the rear end and the trunk. That's about as clean as it's gonna get. That's as clean as it's ever been, in my opinion. I don't think that was dirt though. I think it was mold, because there's just this mildewy musk filled with the car, which I feel bad about. It's still fully drivable, so as long as it's not gonna rain, I'll be okay. I'll keep driving it. Yeah, that's about it. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I heard it was gonna this weekend, so I'll probably just tuck it in the garage then. But yeah, I'll give you an update once they have it pulled back and unwarped and ready to go for the new bumper.
Double-digit thousands.